It's extremely windy today, so I apologise for the poor audio quality. But it's Monday, it's the beginning of a new week, so I thought let's kick it off by reminding ourselves that no matter how terrible we think we can be as people, there are always others who are much, much worse. And these people, for reasons known only to themselves, record themselves and then put it on the internet. Now, I work the early shift, 6 till 2, so my alarm goes off at 4:45 in the morning. And Monday is the hardest get-up of the week. But we're about to see a young woman who's decided she shouldn't have to get up any day of the week.
Put me with the girls who want to be rich. Like, I'm tired of this. Like, I want that black girl luxury. I want to wake up and do anything I want. I want to have my own business. I want to have my own YouTube. I want to have my own everything. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to work for nobody. And it might sound so lazy. Like, people be like, well, what's your dream job? I don't have no dream job. I want to get up and literally do what the fuck I want to do. Eat what I want to eat. Why are we paying for groceries? Why are we paying for food? I want to get up and take a vacation whenever I want to take a vacation. Like, in reality, I don't even think we really supposed to be working for real. Like, we's not supposed to be doing this. We supposed to be waking up, growing our own food, picking our own, veggies. Like, I'm tired of this. Like, y'all, like, am I the only one? Like,
Yeah, I think she's lazy. Lazy and entitled. Expecting to be given everything. Mentally, she probably hasn't progressed much past being a 6-year-old. And why does she bring her race into it? It's completely unnecessary. For me, when someone does that, it means they know they don't really have an argument. But they can criticise anyone who criticises them as being racist. Asking, why should we have to buy groceries? Because that's the way society works. People have worked to bring those groceries to the store, so you have to give money to purchase them. And when she mentioned growing her own food, I would like to see that. Someone give that woman a small patch of land and a few packets of seeds, and we can see how quickly she starves to death. That's a strong opener. A woman who essentially thinks the state should provide everything for her, and she should never be required to get off her own arse and do any work. Now, I have a suggestion for her. If she's prepared to relocate and work on any accent from any third world African shithole, if she then flies from the USA over to France and comes across the English Channel in a rubber dinghy, her dreams will all be realised. The British government will put her up in a luxury hotel, she'll get 3 meals a day, spending money, and she can commit as many crimes as she wants to, knowing damn well she'll never be charged. So next up, we have a drag queen performing for a very young child. Why do so many drag queens feel compelled to be around children? We all know the answer, we just can't say it out loud. Now, this clip has been muted, not by me, and having no music just makes it that little bit creepier. Personally, I find drag utterly vile. I think it's a cartoonish mockery of actual women. But that guy was so unconvincing because, let's be blunt, he's bloody ugly. And if you're going to be a female impersonator, don't look like you've just lost a particularly arduous boxing match. If you are a drag queen, if you know on Saturday afternoon you're on with the wig and the heels, don't be out prize fighting on Friday night. And what reaction was he expecting to get from that young child? What, 2, 3 years old? Other than utter bafflement. So let's see something more cheerful. Let's watch a man getting ready for his birthday party.
I'm going to start the look with my pink maid dress. I'm going to add this pastel petticoat underneath the dress to give it a little more volume. Pink and white striped socks. I'll be wearing my pink and white monster slippers because the party is in my living room right behind me. Now I'm going to add this white apron over the dress. I'm loving this so far. Let's add some accessories. I layered on a few pastel necklaces. I added my favorite pastel bracelets, some dangly earrings, and some rings. I'm going to attempt to wear this pink tiara, but these little claws do dig into the shaved part of my head, so I don't know how long I'm actually going to keep it on. We'll see. It actually does look pretty cute though. Oh my goodness. I might switch to this headband if the tiara gets too uncomfortable. I'm going to try adding this tiny bag around my waist because I feel like this outfit is really missing something. Okay, I think I like this. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'll be using my green selfie stick to take photos all throughout the party. And now, my birthday party outfit is finished.
Of course, cross-dressing has always gone on, but it used to be done behind closed doors, shrouded in the shame it so richly deserves. Now, fair enough, this guy's doing it in his own home, but then he's putting it out on the internet for all and sundry to see. And no woman dresses like that, but if you look in the background, I think he's trying to look like an anime character. A bit of advice, mate, if you're trying to look like a cartoon Japanese schoolgirl, maybe lose the beard. And the haircut, the colour alone should be enough to set off alarm bells. That fucker's coming in hard with his preferred pronouns. But the style of it, it's like he's gone to the barber and said, I want a haircut, but I can't decide between these 3 different styles. Can you give me all 3 at once? But that birthday party, how many people do we actually think are going to attend? I'm going to guess it's just him and his soft toys. And if the night doesn't end with him dangling from the light fitting, that's a win for everyone. That's just cross-dressing. What about someone who claims they're cross-species? Now, this next clip has music in it, so I have to stay in shot and react to it.
Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they loved one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You love another psychopath sitting next to you. You love another murderer sitting next to you. You think that I get it sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are here, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
Of course, physical abuse is never acceptable. But if you dress as an animal and people are shouting at you, trust me, they're doing it for your own good. Now, I used to pretend to be a dog, but then I had my 3rd birthday and grew out of it. The line that you might be sat next to an alter human and not know it? No, I'm not buying that. I bet these types tell you about their identity with the same enthusiasm that the attention-seeking non-binary crowd spew out their ridiculous made-up pronouns. And that line, our identity doesn't change our biology. I think you'll find that's rather transphobic. Next up, we have a very short clip, but this guy absolutely nails it.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks for beating me as a child.
No problem, sir. Hilarious and on point. Because if you're a parent and the fruit of your loins is acting like that thing, using fox and fox self pronouns, you have failed as a parent. You haven't raised a child, you've raised a burden on society. And these alter humans and the they, thems and the zers, the whole crowd, they're all people who, as children, just needed a damn good slap. Because this shit wasn't around in the 1980s when I was a young boy. If I'd acted like that, I would have got a quick clip over and a face full of cigarette smoke. There's been a picture doing the rounds on social media of a beach in England in the 1980s. And many people have commented saying that there's no one on that beach who's morbidly obese. And as much as it's true that back in the 80s, we probably ate healthier, or at least less processed food, I think the point many people are missing is that back in the 1980s, every adult was at least a 20-a-day smoker. I have many memories of trips to the seaside getting gassed in the back of my dad's Ford Capri. So there's one more terrible person to meet, and that's me. It transpires that without knowing it, every morning when I get up and empty my bladder, I've been committing a hate crime. Because look at the title of this article, that men should normalise peeing sitting down to be more inclusive. Now, whichever journalist wrote this article is a fucking moron. The reason men stand up to piss is because we can. It's much quicker and much easier. Urinals take up much less space. That's why when you go to a concert, there isn't a 3-mile queue for the gents like there is for the ladies. And I don't think that trans men should ever be in male spaces. And that's not transphobia. That's a matter of safety. Because we know that when a man identifies as a woman and goes into a female-only space, he's presenting a danger. and usually will be recording himself for his own narcissism. So, when a woman who identifies as a man goes into a male-only space, she's putting herself in danger. Because no matter what she identifies as, provided she has girls' parts downstairs, there are some evil men who will do unspeakable things to her. That's a very dark place to end this video. But fear not, because I already know what the topic of my next video will be. You see, at midday today, here in the UK, Scotland's First Minister, incompetent racist Humza Yousaf, resigned. I am going to have so much fun with that video. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you can leave a comment, that really helps the algorithm. And as ever, thanks for watching. I apologise in advance for... the wind's just dropped and now it's raining instead. It's going to be fun recording this one. From here to that puddle, that's where I'm recording the entire video. It's the only place that isn't in the middle of a fucking gale. What reaction was Dom DeLuise in a dress expecting to get? I like Dom DeLuise, he was cool. Thinks she's lazy and entitled and doesn't understand the way the world works. So she can grow her own food or become a communist. Either way, she's going to starve to death. Hilarious and straight to the point. Because if you've ever... fuck that up. Oh, I don't know. It's hammering down now.